the coaching industry as a whole is a massive scam. Now, let me get right into it. What are we trying to do with the coaching industry? It's a very recent discovery that happened, pretty much 10, 15, 20 years ago. You obviously had the greats like Tony Robbins and other coaches in the past that set the stage for all of us that are now in the coaching space. But it's very new. It's, kind of like the crypto thing, it's like Wild West out there. So for people that are signing up for coaching programs and want to use that as an educational process instead of going to university, it makes a lot of sense to actually sign up to programs where you can learn about sales and learn about marketing and learn about funnels and learn about how to set things up so that you can have a successful business in the future. And Alex Hormozi is famous for saying that in order for you to get to $1 million, you got to be willing to invest at least $50,000 in your education. Not from a, college, university type of education, but in education in terms of programs and systems that coaches put out in terms of products. So that makes sense, but it's not how it works very often, a lot of the time. Now, we're trying to make it so, in the coaching industry, we're trying to replace the old, outdated, sucky educational system called universities and colleges that is so dinosaurish that it is absolutely and utterly ridiculous. But we're now bringing people from the university space into a space now where they're basically told that it is normal to invest $2,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, sometimes $25,000 to join a program that's going to help them to get $10K a month. Now, if 95% of the people that participated in that program actually managed to get $10K a month within 90 days, then whoa, that would be an amazing educational system, and we should be promoting that to all of us and to all of our kids and everyone, because the return on that investment is freakishly amazing. Could you imagine? Like, you paid $20K now. Who cares if you have to put it on a credit card? Because you're going to make $10K a month for the rest of your life if you just join this program. That's not how life works, bro. It's not at all. And so how are they scamming people? Most people that take these educational programs from these coaches for sales, marketing, and all that stuff that they're building, usually 90 to 95% of them fail that program. In fact, probably just like in university and college, 50% of them stop showing up within the first week. Did you know that that's how it works in university and colleges? Now, they might stop attending, but they will try to study on their own and cram at the end of the year to, actually manage to get past those exams so that they can get to the next school year and then eventually hopefully get a degree because they keep cramming. And, maybe the last school year they actually start attending class because they figure out that they don't know anything about how things work in that specific class. It's kind of the same thing in the educational system in terms of coaches, where people are massively believing in themselves. They massively believe in the emotional upheaval of a salesperson who is closing them on a 5K program, that they will get their financial freedom from joining this one program. Not how it works at all. So 90 to 95% of the people are basically dead bodies on the wayside that are just like rammed over by this, asphalt creator type. What's that called? Those basically you get run over by the fact that they want to sell you for thousands upon thousands of dollars, and then once you're inside the program, you simply you're not treated with the type of respect that you should be receiving as a result of having signed up for that type of an expensive program. Very often they've replaced themselves with other people, and it's not even the head honcho who is doing the coaching. Now, obviously, this is how you scale, right? You need to, if you're going to build a massive business, you're going to have to replace yourself. So I understand their perspective, but they're selling it for so expensive that it becomes so ridiculous because most of the people fail. Now, you could blame that on the people. Like, Bro, why would you pay $5,000 and then not do anything about the program? It's because of self-doubt. It's because of their personal issues and life happened and, but that's not the client's problem. That's partially, okay? You gotta see it from both sides, but that's partially the coach's problem in terms of the system that they've built that doesn't manage to hold that person accountable and help them to solve their personal problems so that they can actually succeed with that program. If it's gonna cost that much, then they need to have something to help people to actually succeed with the program so that 80 to 90 to 95% of people that actually pay those amounts either get their money back because they paid extortionate amounts and they didn't continue the program, or they're given a proper accountability system that helps them to complete the program. This is what we need to change about the entire coaching industry. So as a result of all the things that I've seen in the coaching industry and not liking what I see, I would personally rather let's create low ticket systems that focuses on helping people to stay accountable and to solve the problems in their lives so that they can actually take those programs that are more advanced for people. And then coaches need to stop promising people that they're going to make 10K a month within 90 days. Unless they can actually prove that, 95% of people actually succeed in doing that. That would be a different story, and people would want to sign up then because they know that, hey, 95% of people, I can't be the 5% that actually fail at this program, right? So this is what needs to be applied inside of the coaching industry. It's not being applied currently. And as a result, you have a lot of guys in the middle now that don't want to go to college and university because they know it's outdated, dinosaur system that's not going to help them to actually create success for them long term. But then they're also on the other side looking at these coaching programs that cost $5,000, $2,000, $3,000, and they might have even invested in a few of those and been completely burnt and now are trying to recuperate or get that money back somehow by trying to get rich fast again, right? And so the people that truly never ever give up, they keep buying these horrible coaching programs, but they are understanding that, hey, it's not like, even if I learn just one thing massively valuable from that program, it's going to be worth it. Like, those guys are amazing that managed to actually go through that mud and the horrible aspects of it, but the average person can't do that. And as a result, only the very, very few percentages of people actually succeed long-term as entrepreneurs because the coaching programs are way too expensive or way too difficult to succeed with because of the financial impairment that happened as a result, as people over-promising too much because they need to sell them into their expensive program. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here, but that's why the coaching industry as a whole right now in its Wild West type of situation is a scam. Now, what do we do about it? There is a solution, right? One, coaches need to stop over-promising and telling people that they're going to hit massive deadlines unless they can prove with numbers that this is what actually happens inside their program. Second of all, clients need to also understand that, bro, maybe you shouldn't sign up for massively expensive coaching programs right off the bat, okay? Like, don't pay 2K or 5K or 20K for a program up front in the beginning when you're starting your business journey, even though you might have saved that up for years, because you're probably going to be disappointed. Like, from a probability perspective, you will be disappointed, right? You should rather start with stuff from people, like, do it yourself. Obviously, you follow YouTube channels, but there's a point in time where you need organized material, right? But you don't need to invest in the do it for you or things where people overpromise, basically, okay? You need to find the people that you can trust, where you can go in, where you know that you're going to get what you paid for because you've done massive research on that program and spoken to lots and lots of people individually and personally that are in the same situation as you who actually went through the program and succeeded with it. You need more case studies, more testimonials, but not just testimonials of random videos of people that succeeded, and then you're never able to talk to them because you don't know their name, you don't know the company they've built, you don't know anything about them, just that they're a testimonial on this website. You need to do your due diligence when you sign up for an expensive program because they're expensive. Be wise about it, right? And then I want to see as a whole that the coaching industry starts charging less for their programs. Why would you charge $5,000? Well, I'm trying to get financial freedom. That's not a relevant excuse because you're charging people who are probably going to not continue with your program. And you're not caring about those people and their money that they've saved up for a long period of time with after-tax dollars. What the frickin' flip? There needs to be a win-win situation here where, one, people actually manage to succeed massively in the program that they join, no matter the price, but also that the price is normal, you know? And maybe we just need more coaches in the industry that actually are open to having that type of systems in place so that we can make it more affordable for people. Me personally, I'm a low ticket guy. I'm moving away from the high ticket, but I understand that if people want to work with me individually, there is going to be a cost for that. And I need to make sure that that value is provided, you know, compared to the cost that they're paying to work with me individually. But in the future, as a result, you know, like, I would rather people have gone through the low ticket aspect of the community that I've got and work with other coaches inside my system. Currently, right now, you can still work with me for the low price of $199 a month. But like, there needs to be a time when people go through the low ticket aspect to gain trust in that person's or in that coach's program or system so that they know what they're upselling themselves towards. And they know and have seen other people succeed that they can communicate because they're inside the same community. This is one of the things that I see as solutions, is that people just join a program and the low ticket first, stick around there for 3 to 6 months so that you understand what's going on. I've burned myself so many times. This is why I'm making this video, by the way, so that you guys can understand how the coaching industry is looking like right now and that it is a massive problem. Now, if you do find someone that has an amazing program, but their accountability aspect of things is not good, then maybe you need OnTrack, you know, the system that we've got in place where we hold you accountable and consistent to the daily things that you need to do in that specific program. Because that's what we do. We hold people accountable and help people to solve their life problems so that personal problems don't get in the way of you solving, you know, everyone else's problems, because that's what you do in business. You're solving a lot of people's problems. So you got to get rid of your personal problems first in order for you to be consistent on your journey and not become a dead body on the wayside because you spend a lot of money on these programs and you failed. And then you go back to having a normal full-time job, you know, or you end up quitting the journey towards financial freedom, which you never should have done in the first place. And then, you know, people then go away from the coaching industry, the new and the future of education systems, and they say, coaching is awful and it's horrible and you know, you should never have a coach because there's free information online. Bro, like, that's the most crazy mindset ever, because it needs to be organized. You want to save time. Information organized allows you for better implementation. And implementation at the end of the day is what we need, but the correct implementation. Because if you continuously do wrong information or bad information or old information and implement that inconsistently, or even consistently for that matter, you're not going to get the optimal results and not get the speed that you could have had if you followed an organized information with implementation consistently, because you had a low ticket system that you used next to the program that you're actually studying. As a result, you would get financial freedom. You got to understand, if you just do one skill and do that skill again and again and again and do it well and keep learning about that one skill, and you do that for 1,000 hours, you will have your financial freedom. But the problem is that people pay for these expensive, exorbitant, you know, coaching programs they feel scammed, and as a result become a dead body on the wayside, and then they quit on those 1,000 hours. And as a result, it takes them 10 years to get to financial freedom, or 50 years instead of the 1 year or 2 years that it could have taken them, right? It could go a whole lot sooner too, but you got to understand how things work, and as a result, you need to work with people that have been there before and can help you to get to where you want to go. I hope this all made sense. It was a bit of a rant, but you got to understand this is how it looks like today. Things will continuously evolve and improve, but still, the coaching systems that are being made these days in helping people to become successful entrepreneurs is way better than any schooling that you could ever get from a university or college, because none of those people there are entrepreneurs. You have to learn from entrepreneurs if you want to become one yourself. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Make sure you subscribe and like. I'll see you guys in the next one.